This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Yeah. Bondi Lifesavers, we know the boys. We've seen them on so many times. Harrison's jumped in, actually, from Bondi Rescue. Nathan was just asking him off air, do you get paid to come over here, Harrison?
Yeah.
Nah, I think this is all voluntary, and there's 30 lifeguards over at Bondi, so I've been very lucky. I jumped the gun every time.
If Nova said, Nathan, we're sending you across the country to swim, and I'll go, okay, then how many buckets of money are we looking at?
You've done it before, Harrison. You love coming over to Perth.
I love it. I have the best time here. And look, to be honest, I haven't thought about the swim once. I'm thinking about the beers on the island. I'm thinking about the Sunday
this is
session.
because you're taking the soft option.
Yeah.
Hey.
We heard that you're doing like 2-minute spells in the water and then you're getting out. Is that right?
So previous times I've done about 9 years now. I've had guys equal to my ability.
Yeah.
And we get there and we're exhausted. So I thought, it works smarter, not harder. So I brought over Whippet, who's just recently swum the English Channel last year, solo,
great.
which is a 40k swim.
Yep.
Yes.
Quino, who's also done the English Channel 40k swim. He did it nearly in a record-breaking hour.
Whoa.
And he's done the Roto swim solo too.
Yeah, right.
And there's Matt from Neighbours. I'm not sure about his swimming ability, so I think we're just going to be sitting at the front having a couple of margaritas and just making sure the boys are
Quinny
fine.
and Whippet.
Exactly.
Battle it out as a duo, as an unofficial duo.
And I'm going to be looking that good, that fresh coming onto that island.
yeah, that's
ready to
what
go.
it's
You'll be
about.
seeing me on that dance floor,
Your
trust
finest
me.
work will be after the race.
Sean's concerned about the wind situation. He would like the wind to help push him towards Roto, but it seems the wind's going to be in his face, pushing you away from Roto. Is that going to be a real issue?
We actually love it. Like, the choppier, the better. Because the teams that do well here are the pool swimmers.
insane.
They swim the pool. We love swimming in the ocean. That's where we do it. Like, the choppier, the waves, the better. Because everyone hates it. It's where we do our best work.
Really?
What's the key to swimming into the chop?
The chop.
It's actually a different stroke. It's kind of weird,
you
up
give it up.
Yeah, but up. If you look it up on YouTube, you look at the old the Ironman series videos.
Yep.
The surf swimming's so different, and you kind of watch, instead of breathing to the side, you're watching where you're going. It's unique. I actually have no idea. It's what the other guys are saying.
You were convinced.
I'm not the swimmer.
Will Shaun be able to use, say, his assets, like his nose as a surfboard fin, to cut through the waves? Would that make it
Does it
easier?
Yeah, I guess it'd be
Like an
like the keel on the
wing
yacht
keel.
at the bottom.
Sell GPs on this weekend. It's not in the harbour, it's over here in Roto.
Have you ever had a bit of a concerning situation during one of these swims where you've gone, oh my God, I've cramped up, or where's the boat, or something brushed against my leg, anything?
Twice.
What?
The worst part is when you go through that shipping channel, and it's like a couple of Ks where you can't see the bottom.
Yeah.
But when you come out of that, you start just seeing the bottom, but you see the seaweed on the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's dark and it plays tricks.
It's all moving.
Seaweed, I always call it. It's the devil's hair. Yeah.
And the other worst thing about it as well, like when I'm in that water, the paddler, I want to be brushing my hand past that paddler. Like, you got to be right on me. The worst part is they stop to have a break.
Yeah.
So the boat and the paddler are about 100 metres away and I'm still swimming forward. It is the most unnatural feeling being in the middle of the ocean looking back on, where the bloody hell are they? Where are they?
In the
It's
open
the
water.
worst. That part where you're saying when you go from the darkness into a little bit where you make out, because those shadows are just jumping out of everywhere. It's so unnerving.
But that whole paddler being 100 metres behind you, that terrifies
that
me. Because
happens.
what if suddenly you go, oh no, I'm going under. You've got 100 metres for them to get to you.
Can you imagine the headline the next morning? Bondi lifeguard drowns in
Yeah, I know. It
Imagine
would be embarrassing.
It would be one of those things where there'd be a joke made up at you about your
100%.
death by the end of the week. And then people
100%.
say, blah, 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 blah. And that's how Harrison died.
That'd be hilarious.
I mean, a few years ago, when there was a shark sighting, they told everybody that if you got back in the boat, you were disqualified. Have
They're
they
the
changed the
rules.
ruling on that?
I don't think so. I think you're just
What do
disqualified.
you mean? Sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we have the same in the Port to Pub where they spotted a shark and then go, righto, you got to stop swimming, but you cannot get into the boat.
Okay.
Because that breaks the world rules.
So if there's just a shark there, you're not allowed to get in the boat. The shark has a gun. Are you allowed in the boat?
God, yeah. I'm getting out.
So, when
I mean, I'm not fearful of biting him, just shooting him.
Yeah.
But they made that rule of not going in the boat if there's a shark. But then what if the shark attacks you? Then that's a stupid rule,
I know.
is it not?
And
Because
also,
you could have been in the boat.
Nathan, they're telling you to stop swimming, so you're literally a bobbing duck.
Yeah, stop swimming.
and you're
It's
covered in
rules.
sheep fat.
Yes, you are.
Exactly.
Do you do the sheep, the wool fat?
No, I've got enough fat on me.
Yeah, an old lady this morning, Bet, who's doing it. She's 75, and if she finishes solo because she's tough. If she finishes it, she'll be the oldest female soloist ever.
Wow, that is
And
incredible.
She covers herself in wool fat, or she has someone do it.
Stay away from her.
Is it any fat?
hanging off
Or
her.
would duck fat work? Like, is it any just
That's
animal
if you're
fat?
Yeah, we don't want any
deep fried.
delicious...
Twice fried chips.
Nice and crunchy for the sharks.
You go well with the
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Ali, are you a stickler for security at your home?
Yeah, I love to lock the doors.
You do?
Locker.
My dad is terrible. He's got a padlock on every room. Like
Yeah, okay.
a deadbolt on every
But he's got
room.
treasure.
That's to
because
keep
he's got
Marlene
treasure.
out of most of them, though, isn't it?
Oh, it's insane. It's like he's guarding the Queen's jewels, and it's like, it's not, it's just piles of crap. You're
Whereas
safeguarding piles and piles
Sean's
of crap.
leaving the garage door up and just saying with a
Turning
neon
the
sign
lights on and
saying,
everything.
come in. We want to
my
know if you've been
God.
making it easy for the robbers. Hello, Sophie.
Good morning. How
How
are
you
you?
going, Soph?
Great, Soph. Okay, what happened?
I got home actually this week, and the garage door was wide open. My husband had left it open from 6. It was 4. I run a business, and I have easily $10,000 worth of stock in there. His golf clubs. He's just
Sophie.
spent a fortune on tools. All there.
Oh, tools.
All there.
Nothing was taken, but I thought, well, it's his fault. I'm going to play with him. So I decided to take just a few of his golf clubs and hide them just to teach him a lesson. I'm like, I don't think anything's gone missing, but you have a look. He's like, my golf clubs.
That's great.
You know what? Most crimes are opportunistic, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So you are, thank God that no one in that time that was a criminal had walked
was
past
walking
your
around.
house.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
So where do you live again? You got
Yanchep.
But what's
No, the
address?
actual address. And what exactly is this $10,000 worth of stock, and how easy is it to move on Gumtree?
Well, we need a trailer.
Just a couple
Anyway,
of quick questions.
we'll get this stuff off you. Hold there.
Yes, so thank you. Stephen, hello.
Hi, how's it going?
Hey,
Good,
Stephen.
buddy.
Stephen.
Did you make it too easy for the criminals?
Yeah, I left my keys in the ignition of my car in the shops.
And
did you
wait, there,
go?
firstly, what car have we got?
I had a I-30 at the time.
Yeah, okay.
I-30.
What
Yeah, no.
Red
shops?
I-30.
What shops? Yeah, that's important.
Carousels.
Okay.
Car park.
And was it still there when you got back?
Yeah, it was.
Well, there's a miracle.
Well, what do you have to do to get your car stolen these days?
Easy. You just park it in Morley. That's the right shop. Every time I can't leave, I'm surprised it's still there.
That's why Nathan's always driving a different car. Good on you, Steve. Thanks, buddy. Louise is in Gosnells. Hello.
Hello.
Gosnells. There'd be no
Hello.
crime there,
There's
Louise,
no crime there.
surely.
No way.
Oh, look, I've moved down in the world a little bit. I was in South Perth when it happened.
Yeah.
Oh,
So back in 1999, and I moved out for the first time with a girlfriend. And then basically one night, it was a bit like a Melrose Place set up. You've got all the apartments with the pool and everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Great.
Yeah, and we had a party upstairs, and we were on the ground floor. And I stayed up there till about 3 a.m., but my friend went back down and passed out at about midnight and had proceeded to leave our back sliding door ajar. And because we're on the ground floor, our gate was near the entrance where there's no security. The security gate is further up.
Yep.
So someone's just let themselves in, turn on all the lights, rummage through all our stuff, stole my SLR camera, my car keys, and my mobile phone. Nothing of hers. And proceeded to leave to drive my car. Went and filled up my car
Oh, that's
with
nice.
petrol and drove it like 700 kilometres over the week
Oh.
and found it in Cannington.
Oh, wow. So they went on a bit of a adventure. They had some chores to do.
700 Ks on it.
Yeah, it's just so unlucky. When we were living in Northbridge this time, we used to leave the front door open all the time. And we had the front door open one day and then close and then later on open and then close again. And we're like, wait, there, no one's, in Pippa's bedroom, which is at the front. So we go into Pippa's bedroom, and all that was missing, and she had a laptop and everything there, was one pair of thongs.
Yeah, somebody just needed some footwear to get home.
And they were next to like brand sneakers and stuff lined up, and they took
Obviously,
a pair
they
of
weren't trying to get into a club.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Louise.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We're just sitting around chatting with our favourite comedian based in the US, the one and only Jim Jeffries.
So the 1% Club, I love watching all the audience on that, mate, because they just are lining up to get roasted by you. It's brilliant.
Well, that's the thing with the show is if you get knocked out in the first few questions, then I have to go you a bit. But if you get over halfway, I give you a well done and you get a little round of applause, But I do... When I'm doing the show, I get to pick who I talk to for the most part. And I try to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
I've got an earpiece in, they're telling me different things, but I don't have any information on anyone before I start. I don't know any of their names or anything. I just talk to people and if I see you and I think you're going to have a good personality, but I don't think you're that smart, I have to talk to you in the first two questions because otherwise your light goes out and I can't talk to you.
So you're just scanning for interesting dummies.
So if they figure out he's talked to me in the first round, I'm dumb. That's how they find out.
If you're a contestant on the 1% Club and I talk to you in the first two questions, I think you're as thick as pig shit.
But have a great personality.
Yeah, great personality.
But you've got to look.
Hey, Jim, how long does it take you to do an episode, or you do multiple episodes throughout a Dave shooting?
We record an episode over about 3.5 hours because you got to talk to people and it's all that type of stuff. So it's a much longer record than a normal game show. I was on an episode of the Celebrity Wheel of Fortune the other day. They filmed it as fast as you watch it,
Yeah, right.
20-something minutes, the show was done. I was on that show and I won the $1 million chip and I got bankrupt because, and you can find this somewhere online, but the idiom was famous quotes, widely said quotes, right?
Yep.
And the quote was, "That's the best pineapple I've had in my mouth." Right?
Famous quote.
Best pineapple.
Famous saying or something.
Yeah.
The best pineapple I've had in my mouth. And at one stage, I had a whole lot of letters up there, and I had a funny thing that I knew wasn't the answer that I wanted to say, but I was doing it for charity, so I didn't want to blow all the money. I was very close to going, "That's the best prostitute I've had all month."
No, you wouldn't do that. No.
Which is a common saying in my household.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
All right, so Married at First Sight, dinner party last night.
It was on.
It went well and nothing happened, nothing to report.
It was on and starring Jack. So there was a bit of a kerfuffle. Apparently, Jack said to Jono that he wasn't attracted to Tori, and if there's a couple swap, then a guy gets to sleep with Tori.
Yeah.
And then Lauren goes in. She goes, "No, you can't be saying that." And anyway, then this happened.
We talk about everyone's relationships. I would never go home and say something to my wife that I don't need to say.
Don't come at him.
We all have. I'm not talking to you, Lauren.
Yeah,
shut your mouth. Can you muzzle your woman? They can't get a word in because you will not shut your mouth.
Don't talk to her like that, man. She needs it.
Put a muzzle on your girl. Wow.
Oh, Jack. Muzzle your woman.
Oh, guys, thank you so much for that this morning. I needed that.
Jack.
How many times have you heard that this morning, Jack?
Oh, about 8.
Yeah. Hey, Jack, so this is... I'm at the stage... I mean, firstly, saying that's terrible, you know that. But...
Hang on, does he? Do you know that?
Oh, 100%. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah. But this is where I am with this. And we're going to... I mean, people will want to hear us hold you accountable. But where I am with Maths right now, we've watched every season. And you have been cast to do exactly what you're doing. The experts knew exactly who you were when they put you in there.
Experts put him in there.
Well, sorry, the producers.
Please.
Yeah, well said.
The producers knew exactly
Yes.
what to do. You weren't hiding what you were into and what your thoughts were and values were because we've seen the pre-packages of them interviewing you. So how do you feel being cast as somebody who you are, whether people agree with it or not, and then being hung out to dry like you're a monster when they knew what they had cast?
Look, it's the way you've asked that's a bit tricky. I mean, I am who I am. I know who I am. And
to my core, my family, my friends and family, and Tori herself, like, I am a good guy. I like helping people. I like laughing with people and making people feel better. And I own my shit. That is the first thing I do. And I do not blame anyone. I'm not going to throw edit. I'm not going to throw production. It is me. I am talking. That is my visual. I'm owning my shit. And that's maths for you. You go into this pressure cooker environment. It's hot. It's heavy. It's loaded. You're getting poked and prodded. You're sleep deprived. You're hungry. You have characters like Lauren, who are brilliant for TV, who are very demonstrative, very loud. They come for you. So they want to unpack your relationship. And if they want to attack you in a certain way at the dinner party, that's what they do. And I'm going to treat people with the same respect they treat me. And that's what you can see last night.
Well, what we also... one of the things...
I don't know about that, Jack.
Muzzle
your woman. First of all,
but he's saying that he just, what he said come out of his mouth is wrong.
Yeah, no, but that it comes from somewhere. Like, it wasn't like the words just dropped down from the sky. Muzzle, when you're saying to somebody, muzzle your woman, and rather than saying, Lauren, please don't speak to me that way, there's an inference there.
Yeah, okay. So that's not the first thing that comes out of my mouth. Obviously, you see what you see on the TV, and that's what we can discuss. But, that went on and on and on. So I don't conduct myself on a day-to-day. A regular functioning Jack does not say or make a comment like that. I was a broken man. Credit to Lauren. She poked me enough and I cracked.
Yeah, so but Jack, we are only commenting on what we see, and we know what happens in the editing room. But whether saying muzzle your woman at the start or the end, either you've got it in you to say it or not. And
there's
that's
a core belief there.
And I believe that all the packages we've seen of you basically sort of talk about how you want a woman to be subservient to you, to be, for you to be in control, and that is misogynistic. And when you say something like muzzle your woman, that ties into that whole thing. I mean, So that's why Natalie is asking about the origin. You're saying you apologise for doing it, but
and that the man is responsible for for controlling his woman, as you're saying.
But you were cast to be exactly who you are, and them all acting shocked, John Aiken and the rest, all acting shocked about what coming out of your mouth. They all knew exactly what was going to be coming out of your mouth because that's the person that they cast on this show. Whether someone like you should be on TV because it triggers so many women is a different question.
Right. I agree with that.
Yeah, okay. I understand. Yeah, maybe you need to chat to the experts then about who they're casting.
Well, I mean, but this is what it is. Again. If you put in people that are matched together, you're not going to get the viewing numbers that they're going to get.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun in podcast form.
We're just speaking to Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch from the WWE, a couple of absolute champions, and we're joined by Rove McManus, who is the biggest fan as well.
Becky, this is your first time in a chamber match.
Yeah.
There's steel. For people who don't know, it's a steel cage with chain link, sort of metal link wire around it. It's full on.
Is it electrified? Because that'd be great.
It's not Saturday yet. Who knows?
So don't give anybody any idea.
But there's a very good chance you can get hurt. Seth, you know exactly what's happening at the moment. How terrified are you about getting in there?
I ain't scared.
What do you mean? You could get hurt.
I'm scared.
Your lovely face could get hurt.
Ask her when she comes out of there how she's feeling. It's nice when you're going in. You're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun, and then you get in. I've been in a few. It hurts. It sucks. There's nothing fun about it at all.
That's like a flight from here to Sydney in economy.
Maybe though, Seth, Becky's tougher than you.
That's accurate. That's accurate.
But look, you don't feel anything when you're going out there because you've got your eyes on the prize and you know what you want and you know that it's going to be worth it in the end. And really, I'm not scared because the other people are going to take all the brutality. You know what I'm saying?
What to be scared of, right?
Yeah, exactly. They should be scared of me.
Becky, what's your signature move?
The rock bottom.
That is not awkward. Becky names it the manhandle slam, which I think is a nice take on it.
It's a rock bottom. Or the disarmer.
Didn't Ric Flair go you for the man when you started using the man?
Yeah, he came at me.
Yeah, so the man, it used to be Ric, the man Flair.
Nature Boy as well,
It was never really the man, Ric Flair. No. It was, he just said, to be the man, you got to beat the man. So he's the Nature Boy.
Yes.
I'm the man.
So what happened with that whole thing? So then suddenly you were like, I'm the man, and then he went you legally. Is that right?
didn't come at me personally.
Yes, he went at the WWE.
Yeah, it's above my pay grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just sat
And then
happy
they
still
bought the
being the
rights
man.
off the man. Is that right?
I don't know what happened.
But
I'm just the man.
You
I
are the man.
I just go around telling everybody I'm the man. I'm proving that I'm the man. That's all that I need to worry
But
about.
talking about the high stakes of the chamber, there is real legitimate opportunities to get hurt. Seth, you've hurt your knee.
I'm nursing an MCL
And where
tear,
are you at with the chance of even being able to compete at WrestleMania
Oh, no,
at this
I'm good.
point?
You don't got to worry about WrestleMania.
I do
I'm
worry
fine.
about you in WrestleMania.
Well, I appreciate your concern. I've been down this road before with knee injuries. This ain't my first rodeo, but this one's good. We'll be ready soon, very soon.
Because for all people like to say about wrestling and the entertainment side of it, there is a very real physical side of it as well. If Rhea Ripley loses to Nia Jax on Saturday, it could be you and Nia Jax. And she has smashed your face before, Becky.
She did.
No, Becky,
Take us through this moment
Not
where you
that beautiful
became the
face.
man.
Yeah. Well, I was the man before
Okay,
that.
sure, yeah,
But
fair
you know,
enough.
people say that was when I actually became
made the man.
But
She smashed your nose. She broke your face.
she did. But you remember what happened that night? I still got up and I beat the hell out of Ronda Rousey. And I was like unconscious
But
on
you've
my
got-
feet.
But in that moment, you've got blood pouring out of your face.
Yeah,
got more.
Yeah. But I still beat the bejesus
A match
out of
again.
Ronda
It was a beautiful
Rousey
match.
after all of that. So you know, like there's nothing they can't
stop
they
her.
can throw at me that I can't come back from.
Wow. Was childbirth nothing to you? Was it like, did you just cough and the baby came out?
I didn't have any pain medication. I did it without an epidural.
Oh, you're going, come on!
Yeah.
Women, man.
Really,
Wow.
really, the most painful part about it was we had this student nurse. She's very, very nice, but she just kept saying in this really high pitched voice, "Every contraction is bringing you closer to your baby." And I was like, "Oh my god, shut up!" That was it. That was
This
my
is
favorite part
your
of it.
flag with your name on it.
She was really living on the edge.
Before you came to Perth, what were you being told to expect about this wonderful city of ours? What were you? It was like, you got to go see a quokka. You got to do this. You got to do that. What were the highlights that people were telling you about Perth?
So I used to live with a girl from Perth.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, when I was a flight attendant back in the day, another
You
lifetime
must have been
ago.
an amazing
Aer Lingus?
flight attendant.
I was actually a very good
Yeah.
one.
You would
What
do
do you mean you want a blanket?
You do what she said.
Yeah,
you do what she
All
said.
right. Put on the face mask.
Yeah, so she was telling me to go to the beach at sunset. She had a name.
Oh,
What was the beach?
Cottesloe.
Yeah.
But that's any beach, you can see it.
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
she said it was just magical.
Yeah, it is.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Seth, what did you used to do if Becky was a flight attendant?
Dog, I've never done anything but this.
This is it.
Yeah,
This
come
is
on.
my
He's a
only
lifer.
adult job. Yeah, I never wanted to do anything else. I mean, look, I had odd jobs for the first few years because I couldn't pay the bills. So
Yeah.
like, I worked at like YMCA's and restaurants and like UPS and stuff like that. It's like sorting packages in the morning and stuff. But like, this is all I ever wanted
Wrestling's
to do.
where it's
Yeah,
at.
this is it. So I just I did that to subsidize my pro wrestling habit, and that was it.
And it's paid off.
Yeah,
Great
good.
investment.
Knock on wood. Thank you. Yeah.
Have you ever left your belt behind somewhere? Your championship title? Like, because I assume
Because you take it everywhere.
I assume it's just in the carry-on, or like if you go out.
Yeah,
do people
no,
go,
I
oh
keep
wow,
it
that's the
close.
best tip I ever got?
Because they don't actually fit in your pant loops, these
No,
belts.
they don't.
Certainly don't. I mean,
Don't
I
hold
got
up
some
your
big
pants.
pants.
Excuse me, Nathan. It's a championship title. How dare you?
Oh,
It is not
Yeah,
just a
yeah,
belt.
Yeah.
Lord forbid.
I'm so
I just
sorry,
thought it was a really
everybody.
nice accessory. Thousands of
That it
apologies.
is as well.
Where
But,
did you-
no, I don't think I've ever lost it actually.
But it's
Have
up
you
to,
ever
is it
lost
up to you to
No, absolutely
look
not.
after it for the entirety of your reign?
Look, yes.
Prized possession.
Yes,
man.
it is.
You don't forget about it.
Yeah, it goes in the bag. It goes everywhere. It's wherever I need to be, and there's like a show or an interview or whatever, it comes with.
Are they
So,
real diamonds?
I don't know what they are.
Do you mean on his jacket?
I don't know what.
No,
they
no,
are.
on the belt. On the belt.
So when it goes through the security check-in at the airport, and it shows up on
Yep.
the X-ray,
Yep.
what
There's
happens?
questions.
Always a
Every
nervous
time.
moment. Yeah, always. Because I really would like to avoid opening.
Let's also, sorry, just quickly. Let's also just assume you're not dressed in a sequin jumpsuit like you are at the moment.
Standardly-
Whose wrestling championship belt is this?
Standardly, I do not dress this way. I'm very low key, especially when we go through airports, so as to not be noticed. But yeah, there's always that moment where you hold your breath and you're like, please don't open the bag, please don't open it. But the person always kind of goes,
Hang on a
give it
second.
a side eye.
Yeah.
Just a little side eye just to see who it is, and then it passes through. Sometimes they do open it though, and then
I'd want to have
they're
a
like,
look
oh,
at
hey,
it.
is this yours?
Yeah.
Whose is
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Hey, who's that? Oh,
It looks good.
is this yours? Oh, is that real? You know, the standard fare.
Your
Standard
outfits
fare.
are next level as
Yeah.
well. I
They
would
look great.
love there to be a luggage mishap as well, where
Yes.
someone else gets your suitcases. They get to Perth for a holiday and go, shit.
I don't think that's what they would say. They'd be very excited. I would be the one with the other bag. going,
Yeah. What do you mean a plain white T-shirt?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, this is
All
so
right.
exciting.
Well, we're very excited. Thank
We
you
are.
so much. We feel like we've been blessed by royalty with you guys coming in.
Yeah. And I don't know if you know this, but Rove McManus over here is quite a big deal.
Yes.
Australia-wide
doesn't
celebrity.
look like
Best
it.
friends with Pink. We go on. So,
all right, nice.
him being here, this is
So
like
passionate.
this is Disneyland
We
to you,
couldn't
isn't
keep
it?
him out.
This is
man.
Disneyland to you.
I won a competition and I'm just very chuffed to be here. But yes, let me reiterate. Just Saturday night is going to be great. Whether you're going to be watching it on binge, whether you're going to be live
You'll be
in
there.
person,
Yeah.
like me.
Even if you're swimming to rottenness.
Yeah.
But I hope you give Grayson Waller what he deserves.
Oh, which is what? Are you a fan? You're a fan of Rhea. Are you a fan of Grayson?
No, Grayson's fine. You can do whatever you want to
Okay,
him. That's
okay,
fine. You lay
good.
him out. That's
Good,
good.
Did he
Good.
win
Good
Survivor?
stump him.
Did he win?
No, he didn't win. But he was just one of the villains that everyone loved to hate. He's one of those few that I'm not sure. It'll be interesting to see how the crowd takes to him.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Look, I'm hoping for a good time. I don't need to be fighting nobody, but if he does have a tendency to run his mouth, so we'll be on
Imagine
guard.
a wrestler running their mouth.
And Becky, good luck for the chamber.
Good luck.
What happens after that is out of my hands.
Yeah.
I
I'm
cannot,
very
I
interested
cannot
to see
take
what you're
sides.
going to be doing to her face.
Yes. Run the
Me too,
kisser.
I
That's
guess.
threatening. All right, we're out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, Rose.
Thank you,
everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks, Becky.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Becky.
guys.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
Joined in the studio by Albo, the Prime Minister's in the house.
Now, we are talking about Taylor Swift non-stop recently,
Yes.
all over WA,
Funnily
and
enough.
she's not even playing here. So tell us what your interaction's
Coldplay
going to
played
be.
here, though.
Yeah,
they
we had
didn't
Coldplay.
play anywhere else.
No,
We're-
they're
we're
going
not
to.
complaining.
They-
So
yeah.
you getting along to a core?
I am going along to
One of the shows?
gigs.
One of the shows,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it's
What's your outfit? What are you wearing? Have you gone
Which
spotlight
era
yet?
are you going for?
you'll have to wait and see.
Do you want to borrow something from Michael? I'll duck home today and drop it off to your hotel.
They're talking about it being like a massive boon for the economy.
It
Which
is.
is extraordinary, isn't it?
It's
For
like
one
$1 billion
person.
bucks.
Yeah.
$1 billion bucks.
Hotels are full in
I know.
Melbourne, and
We're in a
will
cost
be
of living
full in
crisis, but
Sydney.
it's amazing how people can find the money to go and
Well,
see Taylor Swift.
Record numbers of
Yeah.
Australians went to Bali last year. Record
Yeah, right.
numbers of Australians went to Fiji last year.
And Japan. wasn't
And
it?
Japan's, yeah.
Hey, as a Prime Minister, because, you know, Taylor Swift's here, of course, and you're the leader of this country, is there... are you going to meet her? Do your people reach out? Does she reach out to you? What happens? Can you meet Taylor Swift if you choose to?
Well, I haven't
Possibly.
tried to.
But you
I
could,
think
surely you
that
could
she's,
pull that card.
You can get deported. You can have it deported.
You've got her on vinyl. Come on.
Yeah, well, you've seen my
Oh, I know.
my Tay-Tay vinyl
We
there
have.
at the lodge during your visit.
I know.
That's right.
By the
which
way,
was
our photo, we're on the mantle.
Your photo
update.
is still up on the mantelpiece.
So who else is on the mantle?
Well, on the mantelpiece is, of course, Jodie.
Yes.
My son.
Yes.
Nathan.
The dog.
There's a couple of photos of the dog.
Yes.
And there is a photo as well of King Charles, Jodie, and myself. And then there's you three. And so it's a great conversation starter because people come in and they go, who are they?
There's the king. There's Toto. Who are those misfits?
Who are they?
Yeah.
Oh, they broke in one night and left it. That's what I'd be saying.
No, it's terrific.
So good.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean in podcast form.
It's Roddo Swim Day. Sean is swimming solo to Roddo.
Solo 2024.
Hi Dad, it's Ollie here. Just wanted to wish you luck on your up and coming swim. I know how good the weather's looking. Nah, got no chance. Yeah, it's not looking great at all, so best luck with that, mate. I think you just got to stay with it and just overcome that wall. One stroke at a time and you have it on ya.
Thinking of you, Sean? You've got this. Nova 937.
Oh, well, I'm not the Lone Ranger doing the swim.
Stroke at a time. Don't worry, Dad's got that down pat.
Well, there's so many other people who are taking on the solo this year, and one person who's done it a number of times, but it's going to be the oldest female competitor in the competition, is Bet Craig. Good morning to you, Bet.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks, Bet.
And you're hoping to become the oldest woman to ever do it solo. Is that right, Bet?
The female to swim solo, yeah.
Amazing.
Bet, how many times have you done this, Bet?
Currently it's a Queenslander, and we can't do that.
Oh,
No, we can't have that, Bet.
Yeah, how many times have you done it, Bet?
I've done it 9 times, but I haven't done it for 7 years.
So, 7 years ago, did you have a particularly traumatic swim?
Or were you just waiting till you were the oldest to get the record?
No, I didn't have a traumatic swim. I just haven't done it for a while.
I haven't got round to
Just
it.
shut up shop, Nath. So Bet, you're 75 and you're taking on this 20 Ks. Why, I guess, is the answer.
Yeah, just to be the oldest. And,
So
and
you want
it'll
that
be my
title,
10th.
yeah?
Yeah. My husband's done 10, so I have to do 10.
Oh, my God. So, wait there. Who, okay. Did your husband get you into it? Did you get your husband into it? Or both of you agreed to do it together?
No, I did a solo before him. I did my first one in 97.
Yeah.
He did his first one in 98.
Ah, good. You beat him.
So I was in it before him. Yeah, my channel swim number is 159. They're up over 3,000.
Oh, the number plate, Bet.
Oh, no.
159.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Wow,
Yeah.
Bet. That's back when swimming was first invented.
Have you always been a swimmer, Bet? Not necessarily open water, but you've just always been into swimming?
Yeah, I was very excited when my dad paid my 10 shillings to join the Melville Swimming Club as a kid. We used to swim down at Bicton Jetty, and I was so excited I could go to training.
Oh, that's outstanding.
How clear was the water back then, Bet?
Oh, it was pretty good. It was quite salty at Bicton.
Yeah.
You know, the salt water came in with the tide.
Yeah.
So, no, the water was good.
Yeah.
Hey, Bet, taking on this adventure tomorrow is going to be difficult, they're saying, with weather conditions. Do you take any negativity into your mind, or you just turn up to the beach, you're ready to go, and whatever it takes, it takes?
Oh, well, my friend picks me up. She's my wool fat putter-oner.
Yep.
Yes.
So she gives me another dose of sunscreen and puts on my wool fat, and then away I go.
Who's applying your wool fat, Sean?
I wasn't sure if I was going to put any on.
Oh yeah, make sure you do. It keeps you warm, and it keeps your sunscreen on.
And you feel the cold,
Now,
Sean.
I do feel the cold.
If
Bet.
he doesn't have any, Sean does have, like our Nana's did, a dripping tin in his fridge. will dripping work?
Oh, I don't know. Don't know.
no.
Never tried dripping.
No.
Put it on your bread.
The sharks are going, that smells delicious.
Whereas they're never going to want to take out a sheep. Like they will get caught in their teeth.
No.
Bet, do you have any trepidation on starting and getting there?
No, I just have to, I don't know, shut up and swim.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, it's pretty simple when you put it
You know
like that,
what, Bet? That's what I love is about your generation. It's just shut up and do it, you know?
Yeah, I stop every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I have 300 mils of diluted Powerade.
Yep.
And then on the hour, half a banana.
Sweetheart, maybe you'll get there quicker if the Powerade isn't diluted.
Yeah. Go just full strength straight Powerade.
It gets too sweet.
It does get sweet.
Yeah,
I've done the
By the time
same.
you get there, by the time you get there, your tongue feels about an inch thick.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But one of my friends told me yesterday, this is a piece of advice that he told me to pass on to Sean because he's done it as well. And he said, when you're feeding, when you're having your half a banana, he said, don't look at rot nest. Look back towards the shore.
You never look at rot nest.
Because it looks like it's not getting closer.
That's right.
Yeah.
Until you're at Phillip Rock.
Yeah. But also,
and-
Shaun, but you know what you do when you're eating your banana? Look another swimmer directly in the eyes while you do it. Eat it slowly.
Your paddler
And then that'll put
directly in
them
the
off. They'll
eye.
go, what is this guy in his Speedos looking at me while he's chewing a banana? And then they start questioning everything.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.